Good morning. Welcome to SAP with Veena. So today we are starting with a new module that is SAP S/4HANA Sales. So as a part of the introductory note, we will be starting with the org structure, the basics on what you need to understand on the organization structure and the basic sales process cycle. And in the next video, I'll be showing you the configurations on the org structure and so on. So to start with, the organization structure in SAP SD, when you talk about, we have client, which is taken as a corporate group. And then we have company code, wherein we say that the complete accounting system of an organization is maintained separately for each company code. So company code you can also regard as a business vertical in an organization. And we also have plant, wherein we say the entire logistics activities, whatever we have, is taken care under the plant. Now, when you say logistics activities, it can be anything that is related to the movement of a material. So in SAP, any of the logistics modules you talk about, be it MM, SD, PP, WM, PM, QM, and so on, all these logistics modules will work upon plant. So without a plant, we cannot have any of the activities on these logistics modules to be activated in the SAP system. So plant is one of the essential org levels, and wherein, as I said, we take care of all the logistics activities, for example, like procurement of a material or planning of a material, production of a material, distribution, shipping, transportation of material. So all of these are logistics activities which are taken care under the plant. So when you talk about the organizational structure over here, client is configured by a basis consultant. Company code will be taken care by FI consultants. Plant is normally configured by an MM consultant, and then the sales activities will start with the sales organization. Now, when you say sales organization, you can directly relate that to a sales department wherein the entire sales activities are taken care, right from the pre-sales process till the material is getting delivered to the customer. The complete activities fall under the sales organization. And then we have distribution channel, wherein you can regard this as a medium through which you reach out to the customer to sell your product. So it can be your own showroom, or you have a distributor, the reseller, or a factory outlet. So the channel or the medium through which we are reaching out to our customer to sell the product, that is taken as the distribution channel. Then we have the division. Now, division generally, we have varied range of products which will be maintained as division in an organization. So I have various line of products that I'm into. So that I'm going to uh, maintain as division in an organization. Then we have a sales area. So sales area will be a combination of a sales organization, distribution channel, and the division. Then we have the sales office. So sales office is literally literally the place where the sales activities are taken care. And then we have a sales group. Generally, we regard the people who are working in a sales office as the sales group, and each one of them will be provided with a sales group number so that they can use it when they need to create some data or configuration of anything that is to be done in the system. So these are the org levels. And in addition to this, we have shipping point. Now, shipping point is required, and that's a point, or that's the place from where the material is being shipped to the customer. So we will be looking at configuration of that also in our next lessons. Now, to summarize, the organization levels that we have in SAP SD are client, company code. But as I said, client is configured by basis, company code will be taken care by FI consultant, plant will be taken care by the consultant, and you as an SD consultant, you will be starting with the configuration from sales organization. Now, when we have a sales organization that needs to be assigned to a combination of plant and storage location. Now, storage location is an organization level which will be maintained under SAP S4HANA procurement. Now, storage location is an org level where the material will be maintained on quantity basis. At any given point in time, I want to know what stock of a material I have. I can always check at my storage location. So these are the organization levels that would be essential for going ahead with the sales activities. Now, if I have to provide you the example, like as I said, distribution channel uh, will be the medium through which we are reaching out to our customer. As I said, like I have a retail seller or a distributor. Then the online, I have an online platform wherein I'm selling my products to my customer. That's the distribution channel. Then if I talk about the division, now suppose if we talk about Apple as an organization, they have varied range of products. Like they have MacBook, they have an iPad, they have an iPhone. So each one of the product line is defined as a division in the system. Okay, and that's how you would understand that. Now, going ahead with the sales process. So what we are going through right now is just the basics, and we will be getting on to the details of each one of this aspect in the coming lessons. Now, when you talk about the sales process cycle, it starts with the pre-sales activities. So pre-sales activities mean initially I am um, contacting or connecting with the customer base, and then I'm going to uh, explain them about the range of products I have, or maybe I've come up with a new product and I need to educate my customer on the existence of that. So that's how initially I connect with my customer. And then maybe I'm going to get an inquiry from my customer when he's interested to buy a particular product. So he's going to send an inquiry which contains details about the product he needs and the approximate quantity or the approximate date by which he needs. So that's an initial inquiry which the customer is going to send to us. Now, in response to the inquiry, we send a quotation. Now, our quotation will contain details about the uh, costing, the price at which we are ready to sell the product to our customer. So that would have various components on the costing. So we arrive at a particular costing, and that's what we are going to respond in the form of a quotation against the inquiry. Now, once the quotation has been sent, of course, we may have varied line of negotiations which happens, and finally, maybe if need arise, we may have to amend the quotation and send it again to the customer. And finally, customer is going to send a order to us. It is a purchase order to the customer, but for us, it's a sale order. The order what we are getting from the customer will be created in the SAP system as a sales order because we are going to sell that particular product to the customer. So the purchase order will be created as a sales order. Now, when the sale order comes into our organization, I mean, when you punch in the sale order, that's going to trigger activities in various departments like planning, procurement, and production. Now, for example, if I talk about production of a laptop, that's the order what I've received from my customer. Now, for producing the laptop, I need varied raw materials, and there is a particular department which will take care of planning of the raw materials, what quantity is required, when do we require. So that's how the planning activities will get triggered. And then we have procurement. which needs to source the raw materials that are required on time, so that that would be issued to the production unit wherein they can come up with the production of the particular product for which we have received an order, and we should be in a position to deliver the quantities to the customer as per the stipulated delivery schedules provided by the customer. That's how, if you talk about the sale order, this is going to trigger activities in planning, procurement, and production as well. So once the sale order is created, now the product is ready to be shipped to the customer, and that's how you have outbound delivery document which will be created. Now, outbound delivery document will contain details about the quantity that is going to be delivered to the customer. Now, maybe I have a sale order for 100 laptops, but right now we are delivering only 25 laptops to the customer, and that's how we are going to create a outbound delivery document for the order quantity what is ready. I mean, the delivery quantity what is ready with us. So now, once the outbound delivery document is created, we have picking activities, packing activities that will be taken care after the outbound delivery document is created. And here you can see that I've also mentioned TO is created for an outbound delivery, but you don't have to worry about that right now. That will be in case if we are working in integration with WM also. So here we are just concentrating on learning SAP SD as a module. So once the outbound delivery document is created, we do have picking of the quantities, packing of the same, and then when the material is being sent out from the premises, that is when the post goods issue will be done against the outbound delivery document. So unless you do the PGI activity, the stock would not get reduced in your store, and unless posting goods issue happens, the quantity will be intact within the stock. So after the packing is done, posting goods issue would happen. Upon that, the literal shipment activities will start wherein the vehicle will leave your premise and it'll head towards the customer's place. And once the material reaches the customer, once the delivery is completed, we are going to generate a billing document because we need to get the payment from the customer. And the billing document will be created and that will be sent to the customer for realizing the payment. So, in a nutshell, if you look at this is the sales process what we have, which will start with pre-sales, further on to the order processing, shipping activities, and then the billing. So, going forward, we are going to learn each and every aspect what you're looking at the screen in detail. Okay, so that is it for now with this particular video. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to do the configurations on the org structure, and then, of course, we'll continue with that. So till then, stay tuned with me, stay committed. Thank you.